happening every Friday. We have reggae night at Old School Bar in Laplin every Friday. Lily's Hotspot in Fokole every Friday. Reggae night as well at La Playa in Portsmouth in Collyho. It's reggae night. It's reggae night every Friday, and that's happening at the Hub in Collyho with Ultra Song Band. The Urban Garden Cafe with Maxime and folks down there at 8 Castle Street every Friday, where your Kubuli is free for 10 from 4 o'clock. The Kobe Hole in Lubia, if your Waters Friday every Friday. Sunrise Farm Cottages in Cassibros, this and every other Friday is Hangout Fridays. The Palette Bar and Grill in Concord every Friday. If you're Kubuli on special, Captain's Bar in Campbell as well. If you're Kubuli, free for 10 and you're getting 2 for 8 every weekend. And the Green Light Bar and Grill in Portsmouth, right next to the market, where your Kubuli and your Guineas is on special every weekend in Porsey. Let's remember the UTC promotion is on. It's on, started on March 1st and will run until the 30th of April. Check under the crown. If you see a $sign, collect $3 and you get $10. If you see the word, the letter free beers under the crown, collect free beers. If you see the word free beer, collect 1 beer. And if you see the sign $10 under the crown, collect $10 instantly. We also have the 6-pack promotion on as well. And the 6-pack promotion, you buy a 6-pack, write your name and number at the back of your receipt, drop it in the box provided, and get a chance to win a cooler or a barbecue grill. The participating supermarkets, Save a Lot, Minia 7-Eleven Louisville, Minia 7-Eleven Canefield, Green Supermarket Lubia, ACS 7-Eleven High Street, ACS 7-Eleven Pottersville, ACS Supermarket Roselle, G&A in Portsmouth, Wilson's and Wilson's in Pottersville, and S-Mart on Goodwill Road. And there's also a new promotion. It's an added promotion to the already ongoing UTC and 6-pack promotion, and it's called the Kubuli Cap Design Promotion. Collect your Kubuli caps, create some unique design, upload them on our Facebook page, of course, or Instagram at hashtag WYD or Kubuli or hashtag Kubuli Design, and the one with the most likes will win $500, and there will be 5 consolation prizes as well of a selfie stick. So just post them, and they're coming in rapidly, I must say. They're coming in pretty quickly, that the designs, and matter, I've seen quite a few designs already. We have the crab, we have the bar, a bar designed entirely by Kubuli Krong. There's a cross, a pendant of the cross designed by Kubuli Krongs, and many others. We have bowls, we have hats, many others designed by Kubuli Krongs and posted on our Facebook. The freehand domino competition continues. It's a Kubuli freehand domino competition at Bolo's in Point Michelle. That's on from Tuesday to Sunday. So tonight, of course, expect 9 teams in the house tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. And Friday, the 8th, today at the Inland Revenue. You can check them out for your ribs. Your ribs and some PC cool Kubuli at the Inland Revenue from 4 o'clock this afternoon. And it's also happening at the garage. Check out the garage this afternoon for your Kubuli free for 10 along with your Kubuli DJ. Check them out at the garage. The Isidore Chauffeur is on. Fet Isidore Chauffeur is on in Grand Bay at Bernard's Bar with the Ecstasy Band and the Triple K combo. Look out massive for this one in Grand Bay. Grand for Achievement Day is on. It's on this weekend. You can check them out for History Night tonight and many other activities leading up to May 1st, Achievement Day in Grand Fort. April 9th, it's happening at Big A in Scott's Head. Big A and Soursop is doing it big for you again this weekend. Last week was massive. This week is promising to be bigger. Corny is on this Saturday in Scott's Head. Look out massive for the WCK and many more in Scott's Head with Corny. Glen and Taos Bar and Grill in Loubier is on Saturday as well. You can check them out at the Resource Center in Loubier. Kubuli Free for 10 at Sanford's Minimat in the Kalinago territory on Saturday. And we have already told you all who's going to be there along with DJ Snow and the Kubuli ladies. The KLT, the Kubuli local troopers, is doing it again. It's on again. It's a fitness walk, walking from Newton to Soufriere from 6 a.m. So we are encouraging motorists to look out, to be on the lookout for those walking the road from 6 a.m. from Newton to Soufriere. Look out for those massive. Small goal competition, it's on in Cochrane. Cochrane Massive, look out. Ronnie Gustav and team is coming to you with a big small goal competition. It's on from Saturday to Sunday. Look out for the Kubuli DJs and Kubuli system as well there with your Kubuli Free for 10 all weekend long. And from the 1st of April to the 16th of April, the Chauffeur in Grand Bay. You can check out the Chauffeurs the 15th, 29th, and the 6th of May in Grand Bay. Loubier Massive, it's a big sports day on. Elima Sports Day. It's on. Look out for the Kubuli team playing big cricket and football domino games at the Loubier playing field on Sunday. Big birthday bash on as well, and that's happening in Miro at the Miro Pool House with Clemo's birthday bash on Sunday, this Sunday in Miro.
I hope you have a great weekend this weekend, Elvis.
Definitely, Matt.
Will you be at the Con Kennedy this weekend?
Definitely, Matt. On Saturday, I'll be at the Con Coney in Scottshead this weekend, of course. And
what happened last weekend?
Last weekend,
some generator issues?
Generators, circumstances beyond control. We had to postpone to this weekend. But again, we must say thanks to all those who turned out last week, Saturday. They turned out in their thousands. And the place was loaded with persons last week, Saturday. But
I have no doubt this weekend will be the same.
Yes, it's on this Saturday. Of course, I will head to Sanford's Minimat very early at 3 o'clock. Should be at Sanford, but by 8.
So you can return.
By 8, I should be heading to Scottshead for this big one.
Take care now. Thank you. Stick around. We can do some talking in a minute.
Oh oui là, laissez-nous. C'est peut-être ça m'avait demandé. Gardez notre cœur, gardez notre chaîne. Voir l'amour doudou. Cap coulé la canne doudou. Cap coulé la veine. Cap coulé la canne doudou.
Already 1:17 in the afternoon this Friday. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll do some talking, okay? Stick around.
The Marigold Development Corporation presents the 10th Annual Mayfest 2016, April 29th to May 2nd in Marigold. 3 nights of excitement, delicious local cuisine, good bouillon music, international artists, Juve morning, and so much more. The 10th Annual Mayfest is on April 29th to May 2nd. Book that date.
Bonjour.
Experience Digicel's extraordinary French West Indies and international bundle. Simply dial *134*60# to activate the plan. Catch up with your regional and international friends and family by paying only $20 for 100 minutes to call USA, Canada, UK fixed line, and the French West Indies to include Martinique, Guadeloupe, and Guyana.
Bonjour.
Digicel, providing you with the best prepaid value. Experience the best value only with Digicel. Digicel terms and conditions apply.
Dominique, the most eagerly and highly anticipated concert of a lifetime, is now a reality. This Mother's Day weekend, Amira Entertainment presents the mother of reggae music, the undisputed queen of reggae, formerly of the world famous Bob Marley Ifris, Marcia Griffiths.
Fire burning, 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 feel the fire burn.
Marcia Griffiths live in concert on Saturday, May 7th, 2016, Harlem Plaza.
I shall sing as long as I live.
A special Mother's Day Bob Marley tribute.
You can see it.
Ladies come in abundance and do the electric slide. Also the Fanatic Band, RS Digital, Philip Osford, and fresh from Jamaica, Divine Sounds.
Heavy waters are my
Entrance $50 in advance, $60 at the gate, and VIP $80, and are available from Bullseye Pharmacy, Miss Spade, Sound City, Guape, Midi Cash and Posty, Skitter in the Market, and Island Wide.
Am I really hearing you?
Marcia Griffiths, supported by Digicel, Talent Inc., Fortune Hotel, Kubuli Big Edge Financial, Astafans, agents for Appleton Estate, Hero Vodka, TBS Radio, and more.
There's a land that
Marcia Griffiths, May 7th, Harlem Plaza. Men, take out your ladies, children, take out your mothers, Rasta men and conscious brethren and sisters. Be part of history because this Mother's Day will never be the same.
Esther Diboti, sa uka fe mo anu asu Bob Dimo. You make me dress up. I even put high heel. Udimo, we are going to a fine restaurant for dinner. If we pass Louisville Candy. What happened in the bush? You bring in me then. But he relax, honey. And then he stopped in the parking area by Minia's 7-Eleven opposite the community high school. Now you sort you for what here. She saw the sign. Milan's Bar and Grill. Like what way? Idi, wow. Idi, Buddy, how you know about that place? And who you bring there already? But Idi, what will you have for dinner, my love? Yes, Milan's Bar and Grill. Warm, friendly, cozy, relaxing. Nice place to eat and drink. Right opposite Minia's 7-Eleven and Louisville. Opposite the community high school. Oh, fine wines too. Look, tell me what will it be? Grilled and steamed fish, baked or grilled pork, anything you want. Sandwiches, cheeseburger, wedges, fries and whatever. Fish fingers, rotis. Milan's Bar and Grill, lunch every day from 11. And dinner, of course, snacks in between. Telephone is 613-2337. Esther dubut labo tabla. But it well sit, honey. Esther sit. Ou mene mono bel place comme ça ou pani manas. Ou pas savoni pour aller chaise mon bon pour mon acide. For me to sit like a lady.
Coming up, Dominica, coming up.
It shows to me the complete inability of the political leader of the United Workers' Party and its executive to make any decisive decision or to carry into effect or execute any decision. At the very same time, the conduct of Joshua Francis is bewildering. Here is somebody who has been brought in for questioning, has been charged with a very serious offense, and is yet to say anything. He has not defended himself. He has not issued any statement. He has not condemned or in any way pushed back or spoken about the attempts to have him resign. Instead, I understand, is seeking solace in the criticisms coming from some of us of the leader of the opposition, but he's missing the point. The fundamental point that we are making is this, that the leader of the opposition intends to deal with him as Ronnie Isidore was dealt with and as Stanford was dealt with, and to remove anybody from the front line that poses a threat to him or to Edison James. Yet he's not prepared to defend himself, which is mind-boggling. And then, as you know, there's an audio out now about the meeting that the United Workers' Party leader and executive had with the Rosa South constituency branch. And when you listen to the audio, it is complete chaos, complete disorder, complete joke.
So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. I know you're dying to comment, huh? Talk on the block with Matt in the afternoon here. But before we do, I have a lady here with a very important announcement. She's been calling me since yesterday because she's concerned. A visitor in studios. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome to Dominica.
Thank you.
Yes. What's your problem?
I had an iPhone that I apparently must have dropped on my way from where Ruby's gas station is in Castle Comfort, going in the direction towards a walking distance, maybe a 5-minute walk to the beach towards Soufriere. And somewhere along that walkway, I must have dropped my
In Scottsdale.
Walking towards in the direction of Scott's Head.
All right.
It was a 5-minute walk from Ruby's across the street to along the road there, and then made a right down a path into the beach there.
Okay.
And I realized within 10 minutes that my phone wasn't with me.
Okay.
I had it in my hand when I was walking, and I thought I put it in my bag, and apparently I didn't. So I turned around and traced my steps, and I couldn't find it. There were a lot of people in the area trying to help me locate it, really nice people. And they put me in touch with you. So I was hoping maybe if somebody found it, they might be kind enough to return it.
All right. Where can they find you? If they need to find you, would you prefer that they bring it into the studios?
Yes.
You'd prefer that they bring it into the studios?
I don't have any way to be reached right now. I have an iPad.
Oh, can you tell us anything about the phone?
It's white. It's I believe it's a iPhone 5. And it has locks on it, so it really can't be used. The phone company's already shut off service. And if anyone does try to access through the internet, it's got a tracer on it, so it can be located.
So it's no use if you have it.
No use. It's no use. It's no use for sale. It's locked. But it is of use to me. I don't have a lot, even though a lot of people think people in America do.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right.
And I've had that.
You'd be very happy if it was
I
returned
would
to
be
you.
really, really grateful if anybody would be kind enough.
It's a white iPhone 5.
Yes.
If you're out there and you know anybody who was, having their possession, an iPhone white, please, if you can, bring it into the studios.
It has a scratch on the screen too.
A scratch.
Yeah.
And this lady here would be very, very happy. She would be the happiest person in the world if you return her iPhone. And please, if you can, drop it to the studios and we'll find where she is.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure. I'm hoping that somebody can find it and drop it into the studios. Because according to her, it's of no use even if you find it. There's nothing you can do with it. It's totally locked, and there is a search engine, if you will.
It's it tracks where the location is. It's something that
So anytime it's turned on.
as soon as it's turned on and Wi-Fi is accessed or internet is accessed, it is located by the phone company and by iPhone, the provider.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your holidays in Dominica, and somebody can find that phone.
Yes.
Make you a very happy person, okay? Thank you very much. Pleasure. So if you find that phone, please return it. It's of no use to you. Okay, somebody's already on my telephone. What can I do for you?
Hello, Matt.
Yes.
Well, happy to take first knock.
Yes, go ahead and take the first knock, my brother.
You know, Matt, I was just listening to that thing you played there by the council.
Yes.
But, you know, Matt, the situation with the government side is totally different from the situation with the opposition side. Because the Prime Minister, for instance, if tomorrow the Prime Minister wants to send home his Minister of Tourism, he just gets rid of him. He doesn't have to go and sit in front of no committee. He doesn't have to go anywhere. The Prime Minister is covered in the Constitution that he can dismiss any member of his cabinet. But unlike the opposition, the Honorable Leader of the Opposition cannot dismiss a member of his executive, because it's the Delegates Convention who puts, or whether it's a deputy leader, the different offices. That decision was taken and it was voted on by members, by delegates at the Delegates Convention. So the hands of the opposition leader is tied. Now, to deal with that situation, it's a totally different process as it is, you know, with the sitting government and the opposition. Now, case number 2, I see he talked something about, I normally don't respond to him, but, you know, sometimes, you know, when you hear misinformation, you can't just sit down there and just let it go. You have to say something. But for the greater part, I don't respond when the gentleman talks. But with the question about leadership, there is absolutely no truth in that thing about leadership, as though, well, our opposition leader is concerned about people who might get too close to him and challenge him for leadership. This is just, to use his own words, hogwash. That is totally untrue. This is a different process, and we have started that process. As a matter of fact, the United Workers' Party, the Honorable Leader, was on your program, Matt, just when that thing came out, and he himself told you. We offered this guy, you know, we asked this guy to tender his resignation and clear as deputy political leader until he can clear his name, and then we'll take it from there. So, what he's saying there, you know, he's just playing to his base, the Labour Party, and you know that they don't challenge their leaders. Anything, their leaders speak for them all the time. So anything their leaders say is gospel truth, and they just take that and run to the bank with it. But it's different in the real world. Have a good day, Matt.
Have a good day. Thank you for your opinion here. Let's listen to Mr. Tony Astafans again.
It shows to me the complete inability of the political leader of the United Workers' Party and its executive to make any decisive decision or to carry into effect or execute any decision. At the very same time, the conduct of Joshua Francis is bewildering. Here is somebody who has been brought in for questioning, has been charged with a very serious offense, and is yet to say anything. He has not defended himself. He has not issued any statement. He has not condemned or in any way pushed back or spoken about the attempts to have him resign. Instead, I understand, is seeking solace in the criticisms coming from some of us of the leader of the opposition, but he's missing the point. The fundamental point that we are making is this, that the leader of the opposition intends to deal with him as Ronnie Isidore was dealt with and as Stanford was dealt with, and to remove anybody from the front line that poses a threat to him or to Edison James. Yet he's not prepared to defend himself, which is mind-boggling. And then, as you know, there's an audio out now about the meeting that the United Workers' Party leadership, leader and executive had with the Rosa South constituency branch. And when you listen to the audio, it is complete chaos, complete disorder, complete joke.
I'm going to play this again.
It shows to me the complete inability of the political leader of the United Workers' Party and its executive to make any decisive decision or to carry into effect or execute any decision. At the very same time, the conduct of Joshua Francis is bewildering. Here is somebody who has been brought in for questioning, has been charged with a very serious offense, and is yet to say anything. He has not defended himself. He has not issued any statement. He has not condemned or in any way pushed back or spoken about the the attempts to have him resign. Instead, I understand, is seeking solace in the criticisms coming from some of us of the leader of the opposition, but he's missing the point. The fundamental point that we are making is this, that the leader of the opposition intends to deal with him as Ronnie Isidore was dealt with and as Stanford was dealt with, and to remove anybody from the front line that poses a threat to him or to Edison James. Yet he's not prepared to defend himself, which is mind-boggling. And then, as you know, there's an audio out now about the meeting that the United Workers' Party leader and executive had with the Rosa South constituency branch. And when you listen to the audio, it is complete chaos, complete disorder, complete joke.
Can I jump back, please? You're following this argument there from Tony Astafan?
In fact, when I first heard that on the headline news this morning on DBS radio, I said, but wait a while now. What is happening? Is Tony Astafan in cabinet? Is Tony Astafan a member of government? What the UWP is doing in terms of the issue of Joshua Francis have to do with Tony Astafan? What? I don't know. And to give that prominence in your news.
But to Carlisle John Baptist, more than that, I mean, Mr. Astafan is actually asking Joshua to break the rules, because if you look at the Sexual Offences Act, there's no way that Joshua could make a statement on this.
But Mr. Astafan is guilty of breaking the very rule, knowing fully well that he ought not to have done that. When he mentioned names on DBS radio, he and it doesn't say the person who calls names, he access the person or people who broadcast is liable to be fined $50,000. So Mr. Astafan is very much aware of what he's doing. He's mischievous. He's mischievous, and now they have my name on.
I can understand, Carlisle, hold there. I can understand he was speaking, to Joshua Francis, the MP of the Newton South, Rosa South constituency, in reference to the issue of the leadership and what's going on there. But to speak about, the charges, and Mr. Astafan, he knows much better than that.
I told you, Matt, Mr. Astafan is malicious and he is wicked to have made that statement, and for that statement to be broadcast. That is why I say I'm happy that I write for the international press. Because I remember telling you some time ago that I will not call the individual name. A certain top high-ranking individual in Dominica made a statement, and then I thought to myself, well, that statement did not have anything in it. But I said, let me err on the side of caution, and I sent it to AP. And they responded, Mr. John Baptist, that statement is empty. So that was not newsworthy. So I'm saying that statement of Astafan is also empty. It's not newsworthy. If I was the news editor, I would not even put that out. I would have just jumped away. I don't know. But then again, everybody playing the politics. They're attacking you, they're attacking me. They then said that I have been banned from QFM. Sheridan Gregor has banned me because I spoke about certain things about the UWP. And I've been talking all along, people calling me saying, but hey, you've been banned from Q. We never knew that. What is going on, Carlisle? But Astafan and his band of mischief makers are on Q, out FM.
They're spreading that propaganda?
Yes, the band of mischief makers. They have nothing to say. They have nothing to do. And he's now speaking about an audio that is out. So it means to say that someone would have gone to the UWP meeting and secretly recorded it and brought it out.
But that is basically blowing hot and cold. Okay, let's just say the audio is out and there was a lot of noises at the Opposition United Workers' Party's meeting. But that's what democracy is about. If the people want to speak out, they speak out. So what is wrong with that?
But they're not telling the people that they also have infighting. They have infighting where Roosevelt Skerry, the Prime Minister, spoke about choosing a successor, and he actually handpicked someone, and the others are not under their dead body. I mean, all those things going on, all that is democracy anyway. They in the politics, they in the political party. So what is the issue all about? If UWP, Labour, if all you have all you fighting, but you must look for that song. Bad advisors to politicians is becoming a menace in our society. Look for that song. I don't recall who but one of those Calypsonians. You must play that song, and then after you must play that song when they have power and authority. They don't give a damn about nobody.
Carlisle John Baptist, good afternoon to you. 1:40 is the afternoon time.
It shows to me the complete inability of the political leader of the United Workers' Party and its executive to make any decisive decision or to carry into effect or execute any decision. At the very same time, the conduct of Joshua Francis is bewildering. Here is somebody who has been brought in for questioning, has been charged with a very serious offense, and is yet to say anything. He has.
But Mr. Asafans, what do you really expect Mr. Joshua Francis to say? I know Mr. Joshua Francis has been extremely, and I'm talking directly to the charges against him. The last I heard a statement or saw a statement from Joshua Francis, he read this: "My dear beloved brothers and sisters, I take the path of peace and love to all, but not the path of resentment. Our God, Yahweh, God has not forsaken me. The Creator knows best, or knows us best, and is forever merciful. He is the ultimate judge. On Good Friday, I seek forgiveness from all those who I have offended in one way or the other. And I forgive all those who have offended me. I continue to pray, press for a better life for everyone. And I thank you for your love, concerns, and criticisms. I appreciate your compassion. In Yahweh we trust." A special thank you to my wife, children, Henry, Annalise, my mother, Carmen, Ed Robertson, Dad Edwards' extended family, in-laws, Henry Diane family, friends, and loyal and sincere supporters who continue to be my angels and source of strength through Christ our Lord. Happy Easter. That was Joshua Francis. That was the last I heard a statement or saw anything from Joshua. Hello.
What would be more appropriate than that in response to a situation as sensitive as that matter there, Matt?
Very appropriate.
Remember his client with the Gun Emmanuel issue. Why he did not advise him to make a public statement, Matt?
Repeat again.
His client in the Gun Emmanuel issue. Why he did not advise him to make a public statement? It was bewildering because he said nothing. You there with me, Matt? Are you following my argument?
Following, yes.
And Pat Corbett made a very interesting observation having to do with the limitation of the leader of the opposition. And he doesn't have the leeway that the Prime Minister has, having to do with who he can dismiss and who he can retain, Matt. Matt, you there with me, my brother?
Yes, sir.
So it is a bit, Carlisle coined it correctly. The brother is malicious, and I will go further to say he's evil and misleading because, Matt, he's feeding on the ignorance of, I tell you, that's why I love listening to Kyrie, because I know exactly what is happening in Dominica, why these guys have a foothold in the mind or the cranium of Dominicans, because there are too many ignorant people. There are too much illiterates in Dominica like myself, Matt. So no wonder these guys could just say anything, and look, Carla is further validating my observation. And I have to feel sorry for Curtis Matthew when the brother said that is not newsworthy. Because look, the brother is already violating the whole rules having to do with the sexual act or whatever, and making certain statements which he is really breaking the rules. So Matt, most of the times
I'm just listening to everything, and I'm saying I'm getting fed up. I have no money, but I need a vacation. Maybe it's death that will take me there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's take another phone call.
Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, you know.
Good.
Interesting discussion. But, you know, Matt, I try to stay away from this type of discussions. Why? Because I do not want to validate the rubbish of Tony Astafan. So I try to stay away from it. What I want to just touch this afternoon, Matt, this morning when I spoke, the person that spoke after me was Clarence Christian. He's my neighbor. But I want to ask Clarence Christian, because my phone went crazy after he called and made a statement and giving support to Tony Astafan. I want to ask Clarence Christian on behalf of the people of Salisbury, what has the people of Salisbury done to you, Mr. Christian? Would people of Salisbury asking, some of them asked me to ask you the question because they're overseas. There are some here who say they will ask you the question themselves, but others call me to call back the radio and ask Clarence Christian, what has the people of Salisbury done to him? Matt, a quick observation, even in Clarence's statement. Clarence saying that Tony Astafan is the #1 constitutional lawyer in the Caribbean.
Again, let me just say that. I mean, it was just his opinion. It doesn't mean that what he's saying may be a fact. It was just an opinion, right?
His opinion, but we have to let people, you have been telling people when it's their opinion, it's his opinion. He cannot come and make that statement. It's not a statement of fact. It shows that how he's against the people of Salisbury. Is Clarence saying that the government should close down the Attorney General's office because he does not need them, and anytime you need a constitutional lawyer, you look for the best in the Caribbean. Anytime you need a criminal lawyer, you look for the best in the Caribbean. That is what he's saying, you know. But
again, this is not a statement of fact, right?
Right. No, that is the point I'm bringing. What has these people of Salisbury done to Clarence Christian? And I need him to think about that. And I want the people of Salisbury, when they meet him, ask him, what have we done to him? Have a nice afternoon, my friend.
Have a nice afternoon. Hello, talk to me here, 146.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt.
How you doing?
This is Afi Martin.
Yes, Afi.
But you see what's happening? You see the kind of conversation that vital global radio time on Q95 is now engaged in? You see the tragedy of this? Matt, the tragedy of this is that the real and only substantial issue of the violation of the innocence of young children and the victimization and abuse of young children is now being shoved off to the side to accommodate, political lackeys. That makes me really upset, Matt. Not that the issues of politics and governance are unimportant. They are. But at this time, Matt, with particular reference to the issue and the events that in fact have led to the circumstances that are being referred to on your program, Matt, if there's one thing I believe Q95 should be doing is not being sucked in by the other radio stations to wallow in the mud of dirty party politics. And for once, please, let us take the high ground and hold it. Let us keep reminding the Dominican public that no matter what these rascals and criminals get on the air and say, the only issue of importance, as Randy said this morning, is the protection and defense of our young children. That is what we should be talking about exclusively until there is a resolution to this problem. This attempt to distract us and to play all kind of funny games with a situation that are ultimately narrow partisan politics. We should not, as Q95, be accommodating this. And I am quite upset. I really believe...
Well, I want to agree with where you're going, Athi. I think, as it relates to the undemocratic process, of the democratic process, you are trying to, Athi Mate, try to direct a conversation where you want it to go. That's been a little undemocratic. And I understand your conversation you would want to say maybe, well, let's stick to the issue, but not try to, direct a conversation where you, Athi, and many others may want it to go. I understand your point. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to go down that road, if you get what I'm saying.
It's not where I want it to go.
But that's what you're saying, because you're saying, well, we should be talking about this and not that, if you will.
That's my opinion.
Exactly, and I respect that.
All right? And I'm saying to you that there is so precious little time already on mass media in Dominica where solid, substantial treatment of issues can be had. That we must not allow ourselves to be dragged by the likes of the man whose voice you are replaying and replaying and replaying. What about replaying what Randy said this morning? What about replaying what Hazel said 3 or 4 weeks ago? What about replaying and reminding us that the seminal issue is the protection of our children? Matt, you have little children, don't you?
Do I have what?
You have children, don't
Yes,
you?
I do.
I have children, don't I? We
Yes.
all. And that has to take precedence.
And I'm getting your point, Athi. I'm getting the point. Don't think I'm not getting the point. But I'm saying to try to, in other words, direct where you want the conversation to go, I don't know if I am following you on that one, if you will. People have their opinions, and you have your opinions, so that's what I'm respecting. So if that's the opinion, if that's what they want to talk about, if it's let's be democratic.
Matt, being democratic doesn't mean you're not being sensible.
I'm getting your point, Athi. Don't think I'm not. All right, thank you very much. Hello, talk to me.
Matt.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay. I agree with Afi.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Afi.
What's that?
I agree with Afi.
Okay.
Thank you, Afi.
All right, well, agree with Afi. I agree with Afi as well. Hello, talk to me. 4493095.
Yes, Matt. That's the African brother.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Concerning Mr. I think the audio he's trying to establish, Matt.
Yes.
That is just not presentable because it's like a row. It's not nothing to.
All right, hello, talk to me. Hello, talk to me. Uh-oh, somebody's not there. Hello.
Matt, good afternoon.
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, Matt, you heard my voice several times criticizing Q News Desk for some of the situations that we have in. And he's partly right. You heard Kalai said that some of the news that come on Q, it's not irrelevant. It's not relevant.
He wasn't talking about Q95 News. He was talking about DBS News.
Okay, even that too. But a lot of times, news people call talk show on a non-professional person, non-trained person like Simeon Albert. Tony calling uses him to make statement, and Q played. I said that many times. Q played these things on the news all the time.
My brother, and I want to get it very correct here. Q95 belongs to everybody. What has happened out there for the past few years, and a lot of people have criticized for that as well. Q95 has been perceived, if you will, as an opposition station, an opposition station, and I don't think that's correct, and that's not the way we should go. This should be a station belonging to everybody, and that's just the way I am thinking, and that's just the way that I operate, and that's why I allow everybody to share an opinion on Q95. But go ahead, caller. Are you there? 4493095. Hello.
Good afternoon to you and the listeners.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm blessed. I am 100% with what Afi had to say. Let us promote positive and good vibes, not garbage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. And again, it's your opinion. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt. I expect.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Matt, I listened to you this morning, agreeing that Anthony Estefan is one of the best.
It's just an opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a fact. Somebody is sharing an opinion, my brother. If the guy in his mind believes that Anthony Estefan is the best constitutional lawyer, that's for him. But it's not a statement of fact.
Hear me out, Matt.
Yes, go ahead.
However, the quality of a lawyer depends on his consistency, and lawyers are generally consistent. In the statement that you just played, in the first instance, he claims that the leader of the opposition is, he cannot make a decisive decision. But he goes on to say that he intends to deal with Joshua Frank the same way he dealt with the chap in Maho and the chap in the territory. So there's inconsistency. So it shows.
Well, we're not talking constitutional law there. Again, that's the guy's opinion and what he believes. For you, maybe to Anthony Estefan is the worst lawyer ever, and I'm sure you would agree if I tell you, well, maybe he's one of the worst in the Caribbean. Again, it's just an opinion. It is not a statement of fact. So please, if the guy says that you don't agree with him, don't agree with him, but that's just his opinion.
Hear me out, Matt. You're not hearing me out, Matt.
I am hearing you.
Listen to me, Matt. You said something there that I would say he's the worst attorney in the thing.
But I have heard you spoke about Anthony Estefan on a number of occasions. As a matter of fact, you have stated before that you think maybe he failed his exams. But go ahead.
What I am saying is this. Now, you brought up a point there that is very relevant, and I'm going to address it. Because when you talk about the best lawyer in the Caribbean, he pays for these opinions. They are not his opinion. He don't write them.
My brother, do you know that as a matter of fact?
That is a matter of fact. He himself told us so. How much he paid for the opinions that he.
But there are many lawyers still going away. There are many lawyers in Dominica and in the Caribbean that will pay for the opinion from another expert.
I didn't call to have an argument with you.
But I want you to follow my argument here. It's not a statement of fact. That was an opinion expressed by the caller.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello, let's move on.
Mark, good afternoon to you.
Hello. How are you doing?
Very fine, thank you. I support Afi Mate 110%, and Tony Estefan should know better than that as a senior counsel. What example is he setting for the young lawyers today? What example is Tony Estefan setting for the young lawyers? And what is the Bar Association doing about that? One man, Tony Estefan, can just break laws in Dominica like that?
I can agree with you. He broke that law because there was no reason for him to call the accused. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon.
How are you doing, my brother?
Bro, I'm safe.
Hey.
Let me just make up. I don't see why people going up and down with that Tony Estefan.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, nobody can question the fact that Tony is a fully competent lawyer. Whether he pay for his opinions, or he research his opinions, or he do what he do, he handles the opinions in court. You never see him putting his foot in his mouth. And it's not like I want to sing praise for Tony. I don't give a damn about Tony. At the end of the day, anybody can emphasize what they want about Tony Estefan. Tony remains a competent lawyer in the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying, Matt?
Yes.
And if Christian choose to say he's the best in the world, it's a matter for him. The issue is, what I see in that, Matt, is the fact that Clarence Christian, anything that has to do with Salisbury, Clarence Christian has a hatred for the people of Salisbury. And we must ask him why. Clarence,
Go ahead.
We must ask Clarence, why does he hate the people of Salisbury so much? You live in a village and you're attacking the people every day. So there's a serious hatred. So in other words, Clarence will remind the Prime Minister take 5 senior counsels to come and fight against Cara Shillingford. I want to say to Cara Shillingford, girl, I'm very proud of you. You know, if it can take a whole senior counsel and more to come and defend against you, I'm very proud of my daughter, Matt. And at the end of the day, I know she will do a serious job. So the people are running and jumping, Matt. Listen to me what. The people are running and jumping. Salisbury has stood by UWP from the time they started. They should be looking for representation for the people. They should be going out there and get assistance. All they're running them out. What is that?
I'm not saying anything to you. Go ahead.
I am Salisbury. Are you? We behind Salisbury. We with Salisbury. What is happening for Salisbury now? A senior counsel on the matter against Salisbury. Over 70 people have before them charges that can put them 5 years in jail. What is happening for the people of Salisbury now? This is what we should be thinking of. All the time we're spending on the Joshua Francis and the issue and the girl and the this and the that. But we need to move on and try to take out that corrupt government. Yes, we deal with it. We know for a fact, Matt, that Lennox Clinton do not like anything that's not straight. Almost as straight as a ruler. I understand that. But we deal with the issue. Let's move. And let's look at where we can take out that government in power.
All right, caller, thank you very much. And of course, we have come to the time where we have to move across to the Digicel hour. We'll continue talking on Monday on the hot seat. Please, let's just respect others' opinion.